Hey After Effects dudes, today we're going to take a look at Infinity. Some friends of mine who I was doing some courses with want to do a kind of infinity loop around, which changes from like a loop to kind of dashes, and then things might move around the loop, that kind of thing. So just a few pointers to get you going in the right direction with this. Okay, so I've done a little animation. Here we go. Here's our loop. And it becomes some dashes, and there's a little chap, and he's going round for infinity. A little camera move, and bye bye. Okay, so we started with infinity. So let me break this down. What I shall do is this comp 1. Let me just duplicate this, then we can, I'll call it infinity. Okay, then we can just work on a new comp. Here we are, infinity. Right, so first of all, let's start where I started last time and just get rid of all this MacGuffins, make this okay, and bring this back. And alrighty. So what we have started with, my starting point, not now El Capitan. Right, I started with a simple image. Let me just go into this that I downloaded from good old Google. A PNG of an infinity loop, and it's very big. If I hit scale, you can see it's scaled down to fit the page, so that's why I made it into a pre-composition before I traced it, so that the scale, when I apply the mask to another layer, will be right, won't be too big. That's what happens if I scale it down, mask it, and apply the mask doesn't have the scale. So basically now the scale is not 19%, it's 100%. So we won't get any kind of hiccups when we paste this mask layer onto a different layer, which is what we're going to do. Right, so let me get rid of these masks first of all and show you where I started. So I've got my image. It has an alpha channel, as you can see. There it is. And I've also made it a pre-comp so that the scale is 100%, fits nicely in the window. So what I want to do now is I want to go to layer. I'm going to auto trace. I'm going to trace around the alpha. I don't need any blur. Okay, this should do it. Boom, there we go. We've got 3 shapes. So we can open up masks here. Press M. We've got mask 1, that's the green one. You can see the green one there, that's the outer one. Oops. There we go. And then we've got mask 2, this little one here. Mask 3, there we go. Alright, so what we want to do now is I want to apply this. I want to create a shape using those masks. So quite an easy way to do this. I'll click on my shape tool. Just use my pen tool. So let's have a nice, what colour shall we have today? Let's have orange. I like orange. Alright. And I'm just going to draw, a shape. Doesn't matter what shape I'm going to draw. Doesn't matter at all. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up contents, shape 1, path 1. There's our mask path. I'm going to go into the mask path here. There's our shape path, I should say, and mask path here. I'm going to copy the mask path and paste it to the path. Oh yeah, bingo. There we go. Now I'm going to I want another path. So I'm going to add a path. There we go, path 2. There goes the path, and I'm going to take the path here, copy that, and I'm going to paste it there. And then I'm going to switcheroo this little layer here to reverse it. And we've cut that out. So there's that little thing there. Reverse path direction. There we go. Next up, I'm going to take mask 3, which is this one. Mask path. Copy that. There we go. And so add another path. There we go. Go to path and paste. Flip that as well. And then that is that, and we don't need this layer anymore, this infinity loop, but I'm going to keep it there. I might just use my little shy guy here to hide it for now and turn it off. Oops, there we go, so it's off. So actually just bring my shy guy out. Let me just turn it off as well. There you go. So it's not visible, but it's there for later because we will going to use that mask again in a little bit. Okay, so what we want to do now is I want to change this. I want to start with the mask shape, and then I want to have it changed to a series of dots that animate around, dashes I should say. So let's go into our shape layer contents. We don't need this path for now. Shape 1, path, close that, close that. Let's take a look at the fill. Okay, so I'm going to add a keyframe here for opacity. Boom! And then I'm going to just bring that down to 0. Okay, and then I'm also going to go to stroke. Okay, I'm going to add a stroke width. Let's just go to here first so I can see it. Stroke width. I want it to be the same colour. So I can, use my little colour dropper here. Undo that. Oh, well, there we go. Have it at that. Okay. And then, so I'm going to set the opacity at 100% there. I'm going to click on this button here to add dashes. Make the dashes quite big. I'm going to round them. There we go. That's quite nice. Okay, we're getting there, And then what I also want to do is just go back to here and set the opacity to 0. So we've got that. I also want these dashes to be continuously moving. So on the offset, I'm going to use our old favourite expression, time. Times, let's say, 100. So away they come in and away they go. There they go. Maybe a bit faster. Sometimes, shall we say 300? 3 times as fast. Oh yes. Now we're talking. Okay. So that's the first section there. Now what I also want to do is I've got a little man here. Okay, so where's my man? I've got this man here, little composition. I'm going to drop him in. I've got a little pre-comp. And I'm going to get him to follow the path of this. So first of all, I want to put the anchor point at his feet. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go back, unshine our layers. I'm going to take the mask 1, mask path, copy the path, go to position, because remember you can paste the mask path to a position, click on position and paste. And there's our chap now, just going around. Okay. There he goes. Alright, so we've got that. So what I want to do next is I'm going to make this guy like kind of grow as well. So I'm just going to scale. Just as he comes in, just scale him down to scale him to 100 there, and then just here. Scale it to 0. Oops, 0. So it's just going to pop up and spin around. Okay, so we're getting there, but we're not quite got our old 3D move yet. So what we need to do is we're going to pull back on the camera as this changes. So let's make all these layers 3D. We can shine this one again, we don't need it anymore. Okay, and let's add a new camera. Whoa, 50mm, that'll do. And oops, there we go. And let's also add to make animation easier, I often like to add a camera, create orbit null, which just creates a null object, makes it 3D, parents the camera to it, saves you having to create one yourself, do all that MacGuffins. Okay, So let's just animate the camera. So let's just bring up the animation properties because we're going to do a bit on rotation and position. So let's do so let's add a keyframe here, and let's just pull this back. Let's flip it around, whoa, like so. He's going to drop down to about 70 degrees there. There we go. 70. That should do it. 69. Oh, 75. Yeah. Okay. And then the position I want to move it back. Oops. So I'm going to push it back in space and bring it down a little bit. So bring it down so it's on the floor. Okay, so we've got to sort of pull him back. There we go. Now our chap at the moment is obviously pointing the wrong way. He's flat, and so we can fix that because of course he's 3D. So first I'm just going to do, I also want him to follow the course as it goes around. I want to use auto orient on our chap. So I'm going to go to transform, auto orient along path. Now it'll come out at a weird angle, always does. There we go, as he goes around, there he goes, whoa, spinning around. And he sometimes does a little flopsy turn and things at the end, but we can fix that. So let's just look at our keyframes and goes to his first keyframe, and let's let him fade up a bit. What's it? Let's just take these, move these forward a little bit, so he just fades in and then starts, even a little bit later, and starts his infinite journey. So, okay, there he is. Alright. So, we just need to, here he is, going around. So we just need to orient him the right way around. So let's just click on this layer and hit rotation. And which one is it? Not that one. Yeah, that one. So let's flip him 90. There we go, that's backwards, so let's do minus 90. Up he goes. Okay. Now you notice sometimes with this, it has a little kind of flop about. Let's just see what happens here. So it starts off okay. There we go. And then gets to hit this point and drops down. So let's just look at the keyframes and apply a bit of a fix to that. So this is the keyframe where it happens. So I'm just going to pull these so it's there. And I'm going to lose this keyframe. There we go. And then it pops there. So what I'm going to do here is set a keyframe here on rotation. So I've got our orientation there. I'm going to hit keyframe there, and where he flops, I'm going to make this, change it to minus 270. So minus it, and he'll stay up. So it's just a little weird thing that auto orient sometimes does. And you also sometimes get this little effect when you get to the last keyframe. It just pops to one side. If I delete the last keyframe, then it's okay. So now we've got him going around like so. Now I want to repeat this, make it loop, okay, but so here's our keyframes. So I'm going to add an expression onto here, loop out. So I'm going to hit Alt on position, type in loop, capital O out, open brackets, speech marks, cycle, close brackets, and he's going to, oh, expression error, because I put it on, there we go, poor typing skills, there we are. So it's going to loop, but as you see, when we go back it all goes wrong because we need to loop out these expressions too. Let's just helps if we get that on the frame. Okay, so So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the expression and paste it to the orientation where we have the other keyframes. Now you're going to see it's not going to quite work yet because it's going to do that and it's going to go all weird because it's just these two. Once it hits these two keyframes, it's going to loop these two, which we don't want. So we're just going to add another keyframe. I'm going to copy this one, copy just the first one, and take the last one, copy, and paste that to the end. In fact, it tends to work better. So it's going to go around, but it's still just this one little flip frame at the end. So let's just make that -90, and it doesn't do that. But then as it goes round, it does a little turn. So we just need to go to these keyframes and choose toggle hold keyframes. Okay, so they just swap on the keyframe, and that's fixed that. So yeah, just a couple of weird kind of things that Auto Orient sometimes does, and this is just a way I've found to fix that. You might find a better way. Let me know if you do. Okay, so we've got our chap there spinning off into infinity. There we go. Okay, and there he is. Woo. Oops, hang on. I need to also have him oriented, not fade in until he actually appears. That's what I wanted to do, and then he pops up. There we go. So just move the scale keyframes with him, and off he goes. And he'll just go around and around and around. And I can also take these last keyframes, drag those in a bit, speed it up a little. Oh, just to speed up the whole thing, just select all of these ones. Choose rove across time because I moved a couple of the middle ones. Oops, and again rove across time. There we go. So I can now take the end keyframes, push them in, but I just have to move that one as well, just to there, to fix that. I just want to speed it up a bit. There he goes. Away he goes, around he goes. Okay, and I'm just going to do a little camera move as he goes around the first time, which is quite easy now. I can just go to position on camera, add a keyframe. We'll just kind of move forward in time. Ooh, let's bring him forward. Just bring in a position. Might bring him up a bit as well, like so. Just make it kind of interesting. Doesn't matter. I might also take all these keyframes and just easy ease them as well. Good old easy ease, just to make it a little bit. There we are. And in he goes. In he goes. Moving in. Let's bring this one down a little bit. Keep his head in. There we go. That's it. So, there you have it. A few ideas for dealing with shapes, 3D, and of course the massive world of infinity. Happy After Effectsing, dudes.